We laugh about the 7 minute on the camera, and we just did it. We just played it. Story started out being, maybe a minute, and ended up being longer than the song that we're going to do. And so, I'm saying to show you that I've become completely insane. So, just to try to be as focused as I can. In 1970, probably, I wrote a poem, and it was a really beautiful poem about Lindsay and I, who had been in a band for 3 years and had also been going together for quite a while, even by then. So I put the poem, I don't know, in my pocket, and we packed up and moved to Los Angeles to get a record deal. And so the poem wasn't made into a song for the first Better the Mix album. I don't remember why, because it should have been, but it wasn't. So anyway, the album came out, it was critically acclaimed, and people loved it, and Polydor dropped it. So then Lindsay and I were back to square one, devastated, speechless, really didn't know what to do, but what do you do when you're a struggling musician? You start another record. So we think that this poem was then put to music, and then we recorded a demo on it, a really, really good demo. And then the demo got lost, and we were not sure who stole it from our house, but somebody did. And then they were so clever that they stole it because they were friends and then brought it back, and we never even knew it was gone. And then we lost it, so it was lost twice. And then in 2010, some friends of ours who were on, my favorite thing,
You too!
found it, floating around my son. So I took it to Lindsay and I said, "Do you remember this song?" Well, yes, I do. I think I do remember it. And I said, "Well, the music is just marvelous." And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "So let's record it." So we did. We went to his house at the end of last year and into his studio, and we recorded this song. And it's recorded almost exactly like it was in 1974, which is great because it's nice to bring back who we actually were before this whole thing happened. Right? Right. You want to jump in here? Right. Just say, right.
Right, 1974.
So Nick likes to remind me, anyway, before we started the tour, to remind you guys that the way that we sing together, Lindsay and I, and the way he plays his guitar to our voices, it's a thing that we developed between 1968 and 1975 when we joined Fleetwood. So he said, remind people that this is what I heard, and that this is one of the things that I love and that I was very attracted to. And so that's what my story was. It ended there. And then about two weeks, 3 weeks into the tour, Lindsay reminds me on stage, in front of 15,000 people, that that's really not what happened. That what happened was, Mick Fleetwood and John McVie, Christine McVie, needed a lead guitarist. Nothing in the words lead guitarist says lead guitarist and hippie girlfriend. So, then we come to the part where I would like to thank the boys. First of all, I'd like to thank Lindsay Buckingham for bringing me with him on this wild ride. Second of all, I would like to thank Mr. Mick Fleetwood for noticing and finding us as I walked away from my waitress job and gave it 2 weeks notice, just in case. I want to thank you for that, Mick, and I also want to thank Mr. John McVie for probably saying, "Just bring the girl!" So that's my story. Now we're going to play this song for you, and it's not near as long as that story. It is very much like we did it in 1974, and it is very dear to our hearts. It's called Without You.
Cool.